going to be 14 in a couple of weeks, so she's not on that tip anymore. So I used to know all those shows.
I mean, we can go through like the censorship issues in music and TV. I mean, the far right wanted, social conservatives wanted Teletubbies and all these other shows pulled just because they say they were
the gay purple
homosexuality.
The gay purple Teletubby.
Yeah, right, yeah. And then you had the in the 80s, you had oh God, it was led by Al and Tipper Gore. They wanted to censor music.
Right.
This stuff. Glenn Danzig called them all fascists when all that stuff went down.
And Zappa had a nice time with that. Zappa was.
He did, yeah, he did. And,
those hearings are on YouTube, by the way. If anyone wants to look up those hearings.
Oh, I didn't know they were on YouTube. I should have figured they were on YouTube, but
yeah, they're great.
I mean, the censorship stuff is. There's always people. There are always people out there who are going to say you're really pissed off at something someone's saying, and it's always going to be there. But I don't know.
I'm outraged by your statement. I'm outraged.
I'm outraged. Yeah, see, people thrive on the outrage machine, but it's the same thing. It's not just TV shows and music. It's whether the Koch brothers can run an ad on during political season too. I mean, it's maybe I'm mixing apples and oranges.
No, I'm with you.
I mean, I think it's the same thing. I think it's all the same thing. We have the First Amendment and free speech in a society, so people can say things that aren't just popular, but also are unpopular. I mean, yesterday I was driving home. I had to go pick up the double layered chocolate chip cookie cake that we bought for my birthday last night, and I was driving home.
Right now, pie.
Oh, dude, it was so good. I put a picture of it on my Instagram. You should go look at it. We destroyed that thing. But I get off the interstate and the exit near where I live, and I see this truck in front of me, and he has a bumper sticker. It's got the rebel flag, the Confederate flag, the battle flag, and it says, "My heritage, your ignorance." And I'm like, you know what? I support your right to be completely wrong. Like
exactly.
You're a redneck and you are every stereotype of the South. But you know what? You have your right to be a redneck and to promote every stereotype about the South.
Yeah, and we have a right to think he's a dingleberry.
Yeah, right. No, absolutely. I mean, I remember, God, I was 5 or 6 years old, and this is when. I grew up in Jonesboro, Georgia, near Jonesboro, Georgia, and which is. For those of you who are familiar with that town, is in Gone with the Wind. It's the town in which Gone with the Wind is based. And I remember seeing the Klan on the front steps of the, City Hall. And we were driving by. My mom was explaining to me how awful these people are, just because they didn't like people who didn't look like them. And but the First Amendment, whether I agree with them or not, they have a right to be the most hateful and bigoted people in the world if they want to, as long as they don't hurt anyone else in the process. They have a right to hold those views, and we have every right to make fun of them and tell them, and call them racists and
condemn them
and whatever else we want to call them.
That was, a comment I made about the Ferguson, the people who actually protested, not rioted, but protested, right. Whether it was in New York or in Ferguson or in Dallas or in, wherever, as long as you're not hurting anyone, as long as you're not destroying anything, as long as you're not taking anything or not killing anyone, I have no problem. They can yell and scream all they want.
Right.
Yep.
But even if we got to take a quick break.
I support your right to be an asshole.
Yeah.
Amen.
Pretty much.
I'll make fun of you every step along the way.
Yeah. We got to take a break. We will be right back. This is Saturday Night Cigar Lounge here on Vigilant Liberty Radio. I've got Jason Pye and Gary Eaton here.
Forgot my name, didn't you?
I remembered the army you had.
Have.
The army you have. I was sitting there
Taylor,
going,
you're a terrible host.
I'm terrible.
That's it. I'm out of here. I'm turning over the table.
I don't sleep anymore, okay? That's a part of the problem.
Drinking Mountain Dew. I'm following the lead of my buddy Thad McCotter. I'm having a Mountain Dew right now.
I may have to have a conversation with you about Thad McCotter off air, Gary.
Love to.
But we'll be right back. Right after this. This is Saturday Night Cigar Lounge here on Vigilant Liberty Radio. Back after this.
Hi, this is Alan Bordius of theirfinesthour.net. Catch me here on VLR Monday nights and also on Tuesday nights on the Roundtable of Extreme Liberty.
My name is Dustin Hoyt from America Our Way, and you can hear me and lots of great other original shows right here on Vigilant Liberty Radio.
Mr. President, members of Congress, you've been making a lot of noise about taking our guns away. But you might want to review history. 1835, Gonzales, Texas Territory. The authorities wanted to confiscate the big gun that protected that colony. You know what the people said? Come and take it. Because they were willing to fight for their freedom and their guns. So are we.
Come and take it if you want it. Come and take it if you think you can. Come and take it, but I warn you, you'll have to pry it from my cold dead hands. We want the freedom that God gave us, so you best not cross that line. If you want this gun, you gotta come through us and take it.
One shot at a time. Just like Gonzales, we're keeping our guns.
Hey, this is Alfonso Rachel with 20 Pound Sledge and PJTV Zone Nation, and you're listening to VLR.
And this is Saturday Night Cigar Lounge here on Vigilant Liberty Radio. I'm your host, Taylor Millard. I'm also not only a bad host, but I'm also sitting here going, I have not bought Alfonso Rachel's 20 Pound Sledge album yet, and I really need to do that. Especially because he did us a liner.
Dude, it's slamming. He's the man, and he's so dialed into what he's doing. I recommend everybody buy his record and follow him because he is a good man. He is a man's man.
He's a smart guy too. He knows what he's doing.
He's a man's man. He's a stud. Love that guy.
Gary Eaton is here. Jason Pye is here. Hope both of y'all are doing well tonight.
Fantastic.
I'm doing groovy.
Just got over our Christmas shopping, so I'm good now.
Yeah. Is it bad that I did my Christmas shopping online on New Year's Eve on Thanksgiving?
No, that's freaking brilliant.
That's the American dream, man.
I'm sitting there having to work, and I'm like, you know something? I need to get this taken care of, too. Let's go to some wish lists. And okay, there we go.
I did a little bit of online shopping. We actually did some in the stores, but my wife handled most of the shopping because I absolutely hate doing it. I just give her the money, and I'm like, go buy things.
I had to buy a Christmas present for myself.
Why?
I'm serious. Okay, here's what happened.
Did you say, is this one of those things where it's like, I'm going to buy a gift for myself?
No. I had to go and buy it for myself. I'll explain what happened. So, all right. Everyone here knows how big of a comic book fan I am, right?
Okay. You're a nerd, right?
Yeah. Everybody here knows. So they've released, DC has released a new series of action figures.
Oh, shit.
Hang on. Based on Batman the Animated Series. All right?
Like the one that came out in the 90s?
Yes.
I had a bunch of those for my son.
One of the best TV shows ever.
I still have a bunch of those laying around the house. I'll sell them to you for a price.
Nice.
They're OG.
No, they're in my parents' house somewhere too.
I'm looking at one right now.
Send me a Facebook message on that, Gary. We'll talk.
I've got the Iceman, the ice. What is it? He's fighting
Mr. Freeze.
the Mr. Freeze mobile, but it's the
You called him
Batmobile.
the Iceman? Is that what you just called Mr.
No,
Freeze?
because it's not a Mr. Freeze thing. It's a Batman thing. It's a Batman. It's a Batmobile, but it's white because it's supposed to fight Mr. Freeze. I don't know what the concept was behind it, but it was bitching because it had a little rotary thing that could bore into Mr. Freeze's hideout. It's bitching. It's just cool.
Are you sure that's not from the movie that does not exist, or is it from?
No,
the
no, it's
series?
from the TV. It's from the animated series. 'Cause
Okay.
I was way into that show. I
Okay.
watched it with my son constantly. It was great.
Yes.
Mark Hamill.
Mark Hamill is the
Joker. Give me a
Mark
break.
Hamill is the
Killed.
Joker.
Oh yeah, that's right. And he did the Joker in the two of the video games too, right?
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
In fact, he retired as the Joker in
Right, after Arkham
in
City.
Arkham City, yeah.
Right.
But okay, so they've released this new thing, and I go to the comic shop, and they have Two-Face and Mr. Freeze there. So I bought Two-Face because Two-Face is one of my favorite villains.
I have Mr. Freeze.
I go home and tell my mom, "Hey, Mom, just an idea for a Christmas present. All right? If you could please do this." There's a Mr. Freeze action figure at Keith's Comics, which if you're in the Dallas-Fort Worth... Actually, they do online sales, too. So, keithscomics.com. Highly recommended. So I said, all right, can you go and get me this? Just go and buy it, please. And she goes, I'll give you the money and you can go and buy it. I'm like, no, I don't. No, I want to open the thing. I want to open the thing on Christmas. Be excited that I got it. Come on. So I put it on hold.
I can't believe you're sharing this in public. Go ahead.
My mom doesn't listen to the show, and if she does listen to the show, sorry, Mom.
You tried your best, Mom.
I tried my best. So I put it on hold at the comic shop, and she's like, all right, I'll go get it tomorrow. 3 days later, I happened to give the comic shop a call and say, is that Mr. Freeze thing still on hold? They were like, yeah, she hadn't come and gotten it yet. So I went and bought it myself. Not only that, I'm standing in front of my mom holding it. And she had no idea what I was holding. And no idea that was the Mr. Freeze action figure I was talking about.
What a horrible mother she is.
Mom,
She's awful.
I love you. I really do.
Freaking God. Oh, my God. Oppression.
Taylor.
When's your voice crack, Taylor?
Huh?
When's your voice gonna crack, bro? So, Mom. Oh my God, bro.
As Ashgal said last hour, it's all fun and games until Taylor gets his feels poked.
Why was it okay? No offense at all to Gary, but why was it Ash on in this segment?
Because it was a recording of Ash.
Oh,
I'd like to meet Ash. She sounds fun.
Oh, Ash is great.
Awesome. She sounds fun.
Boston Randy in the chat room just said Taylor equals Peter Brady. And yes, Titan, it is Gary Eaton on. Why weren't you paying attention?
That's Titan for you. He was too busy talking.
Yeah. Miss Ruth in the chat room. Taylor's is always right because he's being picked on the worst. Like his brain is shutting off as a defense mechanism.
It's fun to pick on Taylor.
I was.
I'm the same person. Hey, you're talking to the same person who, when I completely stepped in it, on
Yeah.
on Right War.
That was
Not
so
only
funny.
did I pull the recording,
Oh my God.
I uploaded